What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. Oh yeah, guys, so last episode we were working with our Draconic evolution stuff. We were getting more dragon eggs, and we started crafting the Draconic fusion crafting injectors. I went ahead and crafted up 14 of them. Yeah, so we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can place these in any direction as long as it's in like a 3x3 cardinal direction or above or below or whatever. So yeah, we have some up above. I figured that was going to be like the best place to put them. In our current setup where we have this thing set out, we can't really put more than them on the side. We can only put like 3 here. And I was going to put 3 here and then 2 over here. But then that's just kind of weird looking. Anyway, I think this is probably the better setup for what we have to do. Now, the reason why I made 14 of these is later on we're going to be making the other injectors, the chaotic ones. And well, I guess the chaotic cores that go into those require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 separate slots. Yeah, so we need 14 of the draconic ones. So I figured, let's just go ahead and do it. So I've been to the end. I've been farming more dragon hearts. So we got 6 more of those. Not that we need those for anything, but I've killed that many dragons. And then I've been using the ender energy thing as well. We got 11 eggs out of that. So I think we're doing pretty good in that situation. We should be able to make more of these Draconic fusion crafting injectors a little bit later should we need more of them, which I'm pretty sure we will. So last episode, we were messing around with these, like I said. We got the Wyvern fusion crafting. Let's do middle loot chests today. All right, so there's that one and this one for the Draconic ones. I think those are all the unclaimed rewards that we have not claimed yet. So let's pop it. A diamond shield and enhanced energy conduit. Wah, wah. No good items this time. Okay, maybe next time. So other things that we need to complete. Since we're done with most of the quest book, except for this section right here, we need to go ahead and start doing all of these things. Now, the chaotic core and the awakened core, I think we can do the awakened now. Chaotic we won't be able to do until we go fight the Chaos Guardian. And we're not going to fight the Chaos Guardian until we get our Draconic armor and level it all the way up. There's also the Avaridia armor, the Infinity armor that we could use, but I think this is probably going to be better overall, so this is what we're going to go for. Another thing I want is this teleporter, the advanced dislocator. This will allow us to warp anywhere just by selecting from a menu and right-clicking. Yeah, so this is definitely an item that I want. So let's take a look at the advanced dislocator first of all, because we have a few places we like warping around, like the end, over to our farms, etc. It's annoying having to do this multiple times. So we need, first of all, a regular dislocator. Yeah, just making sure there wasn't one in the system that we got from a reward or something I've forgotten about. Okay, so let's make a dislocator. We need a chorus flower. You know what? We don't have a chorus flower. Our server is going to restart in 5 minutes. Are we going to be able to get ourselves a chorus flower in 5 minutes? I feel like we can do this. I feel like we have the technology. We can do this. Let's go ahead and just warp to one of these places. Like, boop. All right, so now we're out in the outer regions of the end. Can I just do it with one of these? Boom, chaos flower. Really easy. Okay, can we like vein mine these? Does he get more flowers? I guess the flowers would have to be touching in order for a vein mine to work, right? Yeah, okay, so we can do that if we have enough of them in a group together. But how likely is he going to find more than just 2 next to each other? Doesn't seem very likely. Okay, well anyway, we got enough of these things, so we should be able to head back to the base. We'll just go ahead and warp right back through this thing. Boop. We updated to the newest version of Project Ozone Lite, which has a newer version, a beta version of journey map. Oh, the dragon's breath is here from when I was fighting the dragons just a little bit ago. Yeah, the beacons show cross dimension. I've tried turning them off, they won't turn off. So even though it says blaze spawner, that's like in the nether. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why that broken mod was added into the release version of this mod pack, but that's the way it is. Okay, so back to this, and one of those. Cool. So Enderman got nothing. So with the dislocator, you can put down a dislocator pedestal, and then you can use it unlimited times. You just have to shift right click it where you want to warp to. So we could have done this a little bit ago instead of waiting for this guy, but honestly, it's just better for this guy. So instead of making a recipe, we're only ever going to make one of these unless we lose it, which I really doubt we will. Let's just go ahead and do this. So we need 4 draconium, 3 pearls, 3, and then draconium. By the way, check out how much awakened draconium we have, plus all this awakened draconium essence. We can probably tell the system to make like 200 more. Yeah, we got it. We have all the draconium that we're ever going to want, the awakened draconium that is. Okay, anyway, continuing on, we need a dragon egg. And one of those guys. All right, so I'll place you here. And then do we have auto refill on? So I separated these out so I can auto refill and do this. Just makes life easier. And then the ender pearls, hopefully the stack of 30 doesn't go in there. We'll just remove those from my inventory. All right, and then we got to put a dragon egg. We already did. So that's 8 items. That's all we need, right? Right. All right, so we just got to put this guy in the center. And it'll start charging up. So other things I'd like to work on today, this thing charges really slowly. We saw that last episode. We should look at maybe upgrading our power storage and upgrading our power delivery methods. I think that's going to help us out a lot. So that might be something we look at here a little bit later in today's episode. But anyway, the server's about to restart. We're about to make this item here. So we'll have to do that in just a moment. And it's gone. Okay, let me grab the dislocator. Quest complete. Book. Hopefully this one gives us something good. Middle loot chest today. And pop it. Black lotuses. Not very good. Okay, so the way this thing works, hopefully we can do this real quick. Press shift. I'm going to press shift back here and walk onto this thing so I don't go down to a different floor. Press shift, and wherever you want to warp to when you warp, that's where you're going to go. So I'll shift right click here. We can do add new. We'll call this home. And then we do commit. Maybe. Okay. I guess there's a little bug here. So you got to right click on this and lock it so you don't accidentally change it. And then ender pearls. Slam some of those in your inventory. Shift right click on this again so you can add fuel. You can do 1 at a time, or you can press shift and click this button, do 16 at a time. Okay, so guess we'll wait for the server to restart and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, so next up on our quest of things to do, we're going to make the mob grinder. Now, normally you make the mob grinder because you want to set up a wither farm, and this will instantly kill the wither as soon as it explodes, and it's wither proof, so the wither boss can't kill it. We would use something like that if we didn't have the nether stars already right over here. Just slap that in one of the walls or right outside the wall. I think it has a 7x7x7 area of effect, and just give it power somehow and then collect the items. But we're kind of past that point unless we need like a ridiculous amount of stars and our farm can't keep up. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to be using it. Now you can also use the mob grinder for a mob killing system, like a mob trap. Have all the mobs filtered at one point and then use the mob grinder here to kill them all. But we're already set up using our 2 different methods that we're already doing, using the MFR mob grinder and the mob grinding utils grinder. So we really don't need this. But anyway, we'll go ahead and craft it because it is a quest. And to craft this particular item, it does require a Wyvern core, 4 iridium plates, 2 sword of the Wyvern, ultimate furnace or a zenith furnace, which is nice, and then an energy cell. So we have a good portion of these items. I went ahead and I crafted up some of these. In fact, I made a recipe for the iridium plates in our compactor down below, and I pre-crafted up some of these Wyvern cores. So the zenith furnace I think is what we're going to use instead of the ultimate furnace, even though we have the ultimate furnace already made over here. Actually, we have a zenith too, don't we? Well, let's just go ahead and use this guy. Yeah, we'll use that instead of the ultimate one because I think we might use that ultimate one later on. Zenith one I'm not so sure about. So there we go. There's those items. The final thing that we need is the 2 sword of the Wyvern. So that's made with the Wyvern. Oh, you know what? I did not make these. Do we have energy cores? We never made a pattern for those. So let's get a pattern set up for our Wyvern energy cores. I'm sure we're going to need these for later. So it is redstone blocks, draconium, and a draconic core. Draconian blocks. Let's craft up 4 of those, or I guess just one so we can set the pattern. And then a Draconic core. That should be a fast craft. There it is. Okay, so now we can craft these whenever. I guess we'll just put it right here. It doesn't need to be anywhere special. All right, so is that all we needed? Draconian blocks. I don't think we need to set up an autocraft for this. 2 diamond swords are a thing that we're gonna need. And you know what? We probably should set up a recipe for 3 of these. We're gonna need a Sword of the Wyvern in order to upgrade it to the Draconic sword, which goes into the Staff of Power, which I do believe is a quest for later, so we might look at doing that. So Wyvern energy core. Let's craft up 3 of those. We already have the Wyvern cores crafted up. Anything else? Draconian blocks. I think we need 6 of those. I think that should do it. So let's try and craft 1, 2, 3. Yeah, one of those will be for later. Okay, so now we should be able to do this recipe here, make our mob grinder, and then we still have a Sword of the Wyvern left over. Awesome. So that completes that quest. So we'll do the middle loot chest for this one. And loot chest. We get a voice charm. How useful. Okay, so moving on. What other quests do we have here? Oh, by the way, our advanced dislocator, before I came back from that cut, I went out and I set a few different places. So we have a warp over to our farm, right? So now we can warp over here whenever we want to immediately. We have a warp to the end. We need to go kill another dragon or whatnot. We can do that easily. I even put a warp to the deep dark. So if we ever need to come here for some specific reason, we can easily do that just by selecting the area. You can hold shift and then scroll on this thing to change where you're going, by the way. And then home, of course, warps us right here. So we have access to our ME terminal right away. Okay, so anyway, going back to our quests here. Portable battery is going to be another thing we're going to want to do. But we might hold off on that until we do this thing here. Or Wyvern armor. Let's take a look. Maybe we'll do the Wyvern armor next. So to make the Wyvern helmet, yeah, this is craft. So we need emerald infused carbon helmet or a gem helmet. Gem helmet is made with all these things, which is scary. I don't want to make that. So what about the emerald infused helmet? So that's a carbon helmet with some emerald rods. Okay. The carbon helmet is a supremium helmet with carbon blocks. That seems like the much easier way to go about this recipe. Is anything else different? No, just the crafting item there in the center. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need a Wyvern core for each one of those. So I should craft up 4 of those right now. We'll get those going in the background. Actually, let's craft up 10. We might need extras of those for later. All right, so we have those going in the background. Stars are not a problem. Wyvern energy core, we just made those up. We'll go and craft up 10 of those. That should be a very simple craft. Okay, so what else do we need here? Draconian blocks, that's pretty easy. So really what we need to do is make the carbon blocks and the supremium helmet, which we should already have the supremium armor set, except for the chest plate. So that might be a problem. What does the chest plate require? That requires an infused carbon jet plate or a gem chest plate. So the infused, does it have to be infused? Uh-oh. Can we not do this recipe unless we have the infused carbon jet plate? That does not appear to have a recipe. The carbon jet plate appears to be infused carbon jet plate, jet plate, jet plate. Is this not craftable anymore? Oh, well, dang. Well, if we can't craft that, I guess we are forced to do the other recipe. No, Wyvern. So let's take a look at that thing. So not this recipe, but this one. Gem chest plate. Man, we have to do all of this stuff. This is scary stuff. So that's dark matter. That means we have to get into Project E before we can even start looking at that. All right, well, I'll make the other ones. The other ones seem like they're pretty easy. Carbon infused greaves. I don't know why they would have gotten rid of that thing. Dang. Right, so I'll make these other ones. They seem fairly easy to do. Let me get to it, guys, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and I made the Wyvern armor. As we saw, it wasn't that difficult, and those emerald things from passwords things, the carbon rods, the emerald carbon rods were pretty simple and very fast in our auto crafting system to craft up. I went ahead and I crafted a new Supremium chest plate. We used the previous one on one of our flight items. But anyway, we do have a recipe in here for the Superium. So I made this, and then we have all the recipes for everything else. And it was easy to craft this thing up. But in order to do anything with that, we're going to need dark matter. Because then we got to go into a dark matter chest plate. That has to turn into a red matter chest plate. That's more Project D. And then the red matter chest plate plus this stuff turns into the gem chest plate, which is what we need now, apparently, to turn into a Wyvern chest plate. Okay, so we got a little bit of Project E stuff ahead. So let's back up just a little bit. Let's get all the way into here. So to make dark matter, we need to get ourselves a block of diamond and then some ethernalis fuel, right? So that'll make us one of these. So this fuel is made through a Philosopher's stone plus Mobius fuel. The Mobius fuel is Philosopher's stone plus alchemical coal. And of course, the alchemical coal is coal plus the Philosopher's stone. So in order to get a Philosopher's stone, we're going to have to do extreme crafting. This is going to be our first entry into it. So we need crystal matrix ingots, which is nether stars plus diamond lattice. That's really not that bad. Let's go ahead and let's search for the extreme crafting. No, it's called dire crafting. This guy. So yeah, we're going to need a bunch of these. In fact, I was going to craft that up by hand, but honestly, since we have to do 4 times 8, like 32 of those, let's just make a pattern because we might need these diamond lattices for something else later on. I don't know. And then we'll do one of those. So now we can make those ingots whenever we want to. We'll just go and throw that into our system somewhere in here. How about right here? That seems good. Perfect. Okay, so then we also needed a recipe in here for a double compressed crafting table, which comes from a compressed, which comes from 9 regular crafting tables. We do have a recipe for a crafting table. So let's tell it how to make the double. So there's one. We'll clear this recipe. We'll go ahead and do one of those. And there's that. We'll create 9 of these in just a moment. Where's our crafting table recipe? We'll put it right there. And then we want a compressed crafting table. I don't know if we're ever gonna have to make more of these, but we'll go ahead and make a recipe for the double. Compressed crafting. All right, so there we go. So compressed crafting table. All right, double compressed. So it says we're missing jungle planks. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Plank. So it says we can craft 4 oak planks with 1 oak wood. I guess we never told the system how to craft logs, so we should do that now. So the essence that we have, the tree essence, wood essence, I think it was 3 of those, turns into 16 logs. We already have the recipe in the system on how to turn the planks into whatever else. So I think we should be okay, or turn the logs into planks. Let's put this right next to there, and then we'll move this guy somewhere else. I think that'll be fine. All right, so now if I do the double compressed crafting table, is it going to complain? It still wants those jungle wood planks for some reason. Did we never tell it how to make oak planks? It knows how to make those. If I make 1,000, is it going to complain? No. I don't know where it's getting the jungle oak or the jungle wood planks from. I don't know. Let's try that again. Double compressed. And it seems to work now. All right, so we'll go ahead and make one of those, which should be a pretty quick craft. It'd take a long time by hand, but yeah, very, very quick. Okay, so now that we have those, we should be able to make one of these recipes. Diamond matrix ingot. No, it's called a crystal matrix ingot. All right, so let's craft one of those. We'll make a recipe in case we ever have to make more than one of these. Crafting table. One of those. There you go. Cool. All right, so now we can make ourselves these dire crafting tables whenever we want to. Dire crafting. Let's go and make one of those, do it, and done. All right, cool. So now we have this guy. I don't know where we're gonna put it. Maybe over here. I kind of like putting it near our AE system, like in the floor, so we can grab things, put them in here, do whatever. It just kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so now that we have that guy, we need to look at how to make the Philosopher Stone. Right, so we need a bunch of this stuff. Now, do any of these things, some of these start to have EMC on them. The Hyper Diamonds don't. That's the one thing I've been kind of concerned about because I don't know how to do this thing. Other things we can look at, can we make an alchemical chest? Or is it the alchemical chest we're looking for? What is it called? Let's do Project Chest. Is it the alchemical chest? Is this the thing that we needed in order to get EMC out of the chest? I don't remember. Ooh, fusion crafting. Ah, energy condenser. That's what we're looking for. So we have to make an alchemical chest plus all this stuff. So I guess we need to have the Philosopher's Stone already in order to make the energy condenser. And the energy condenser can turn into MK2 when we have all of this other stuff. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need the Philosopher's Stone first, and there is no cheaty way to get to it. All right, so we need 6 flux crystals. Do we have that on AutoCraft? Flux crystal. No, but we already have 4 of those. Okay, so we can do something like that and that. Was that where those go? Yeah. All right, so we need 2 more, so we can grab some redstone. How much redstone is it per one of these things? Let's take a look real quick. It is 5, so we need 10 redstone. All right, 10 redstone, 2 diamonds. All right. So over here, we can start melting down the redstone, and over here, we can put in the diamonds. When we get 500, it starts crafting 1. So we just got to wait for it to do that twice, and that'll give us the other flux diamonds that we need. Flux crystal. Okay, so there is this one and that one. So there's our first steps into this. Supremium, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's going to be 20 total. Let's tell the system to make 20 of that. And that should be a pretty quick craft. It takes a long time to think about it, but the way our AE system is set up for crafting this, very, very speedy. Okay, and then we need night slime, which is the thing we haven't done. Flux or Fluix Pearl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are not on AutoCraft. I'm not sure why I never did. We should make an AutoCraft for those. Why not? Go, and then we just throw that somewhere in here, preferably around the other AE stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just put it down here. Okay, so Fluix Pearl, we need 6 of those guys. Cool. All right, so we got those. We should have the super. Yeah, we have this stuff. So let's take a look at the recipe one more time. So it's 3, 3. Okay, so we do this, 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 and then that, and then just kind of like draw little things between them. Cool. All right, so that was really easy. Now these pearls, I think, was something like this. All right. Then we need the rest of these things. The Prescient crystal, I think we made one of those before, didn't we? I don't remember. I know I said that we needed to make one of those, but I don't remember if we ever did. Take a look. If we did, we probably made one. Yes, we have one in the system. Perfect. So we'll use that right here. And then what else do we need? Lithium dust, and then the hyper diamonds. A draconic core. Do we have lithium? Oh, somehow we have lithium dust. I'm not sure how we got that, but that's fine. And yeah, night slime is another thing that we're gonna have to do with a smeltery. So to make night slime, seared stone, liquid purple slime, and then molten iron. So liquid purple slime, I'm not sure if we have purple slime at all. Looks like we use purple slime blocks, but we need the purple slime itself. We don't have purple slime. Is there a way to make a purple slime sapling? This guy. It looks like that is gonna be a no. Okay, well, I do know for a fact that there is a slime island on the way over this way. I haven't looked at it before. I haven't needed to look at it before, but I did see that it was over here towards the farm. I don't remember if it's right next to the farm or what, but there should be one, and it does not look like... Oh, is that purple? It's got trees with purple leaves on it. No, that's not a purple slime. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go around. Thing's just bouncing on the slime blocks. I guess I need to fly around until we find a purple one of these islands, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. Just gonna take some time, so let me get to it, and we'll be right back. Aha! I think that's a purple slime island right there in the distance. So you can see it kind of gone around the base a little bit, just been kind of widening out the parts that we have seen. Anyway, so I just came across this, and that looks like it, although there's no purple slime saplings on it, which is a little disconcerting. Oh man, that's like all the slimes just spawned. Like every last slime that ever was just spawned right there. All right, so let's take advantage of this for a second. Let's grab this guy. And we'll put our looting sword on. All right, so we should be able to one hit these guys and grab all the slime balls. Not that we really need the blue slime, but you know, we're here. We might as well. We might as well farm a little bit of this stuff. Okay, so get rid of you. You split into the smaller guys, and you're all dead. Awesome. You're dead, and you're dead. Okay, so we have vein miner in here. We gotta be very careful though which block we vein mine. We just want to vein mine the purple. And wait, where'd they all go? No, seriously, where'd they all go? Did they end up behind me or something? Oh, they're in my inventory now. Were they there before? Did I just miss them completely? Maybe I did. I don't know, but it looked like they were gone. So the liquid purple slime, this is the stuff also that we need in the smeltery. So we can either melt down the congealed purple slime block, which is pretty easy to do, or we can try and grab this stuff. So we can make ourselves another mechanism bucket, or I'm sorry, a tank, a mechanism tank. What is it called? There it is. Okay. So again, we can put this thing into bucket mode by doing the mechanism key, and then we can just right click on this stuff and pick it all up into this guy, which is very easy and convenient for us to move it along to back to our base, because you can get rid of that so we're not shooting shurikens everywhere. Yeah, so we can use this stuff, like I said, or we can take the slime blocks and just melt those in the smeltery, and then we get the same stuff anyway. But I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this stuff, might as well. So let me do this, we'll make some night slime, and then we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so at the smeltery, I just used 2 buckets of this night slime. You can just right click on the tank to get a bucket, then you just right click on your smeltery drain to put that bucket into the smeltery. So it has 2 buckets of night slime, 8 ingots of iron, and then a whole bunch of seared stone. I just threw a bunch of our seared stone blocks that we'd already casted out back into the furnace, which turned out to be way too many because now we had like 24 blocks that we're casting back out again. Anyway, I went ahead and made 8 ingots, so we have a night slime seed now. I almost just flew all the way back out there instead of using this thing. Yeah, so now, oop, we kind of like fall through the world every time we do that a little bit. That's kind of scary. Let's turn this off so we stop collecting that. Yeah, so we now have the ability to plant night slime and then get night slime whenever we want to. So I'll just go ahead and just stick that guy right there. And then, so we can get some extra of this stuff right away, I'll just hold down right click on this plant real quick, and then it'll all get collected by your item collector. So I wasn't really sure how much of the night slime we need. I think it was what, like 8 ingots? Let's take a look again. 3, so we need 12 ingots of that, and then we have 28. So to get that 4 ingots per 8 of those, that's enough. We're done. So we'll just go ahead and let that farm up naturally. We don't need a whole lot of that stuff anymore. So we can just warp right on back to our home base. Lickety split. Awesome. All right, so we can do this, 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 and this. That fills up a good portion of our crafting grid for this thing. Again, we're still kind of like stuck on that hyper diamond stuff. Draconic core. Let's craft one of those. And here we go. So, no, that goes right there. Yeah, so now we need the hyper diamonds around the outside. So if we look at the recipe here, we hold over it. It says created by putting graphite, dust, into an explosion, right? So graphite dust is an item that I went and I mined a bunch, I think in the deep dark. I took our quarry from Mechanism, the digital miner, to the deep dark, and I put a whole bunch of this stuff there. Let's take a look at the uses. Is there a way to grind this? It doesn't show in there. Maybe, do you have to fortune it? I don't remember what the difference is. Can we put it into this thing to get some? Does not go in there apparently. Does it go over into the crusher? It goes in there, but nothing happens. Okay, so this might be an ore that we have to fortune. Let's try doing that real quick. Place it down and we get 2 graphite dust. Okay, so it looks like it is fortunable. So what we're gonna need to do is grab our wand. It did say graphite dust, not the ore, right? Graphite dust into an explosion. Okay. Just want to make sure that we don't do this incorrectly and then have to go farm up a whole lot more of this stuff. So we'll do, how about a 5x5? I think that seems pretty reasonable. And then we'll just wand the rest of this. I guess that's all of the stuff that I grabbed on me. All right, so let's just vein mine fortune this. Cool. So now we have a whole lot of the graphite dust. So we have to put that into an explosion, which means TNT. Let's grab some TNT. Guess we don't have any. Maybe a mini TNT would work. Regular TNT. Do we still have our water source over here? We do. So I think what I'm going to do, this could get ugly. I'm going to place this right, man, I don't know. If I place it here and then I click it and then it like jumps out, then we're going to have problems. How about I grab some more slabs here to prevent it absolutely from jumping out of this thing when we ignite it. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to have happen. If it explodes in the water, it won't destroy any blocks nearby. Okay, so maybe like that. I light it. It should fall straight down to the water. Hopefully. Actually, we should just place it in the water directly, right? Yeah, and then the source blocks will fill that back up. Okay, so now that we have that done, we need to get ourselves a flint and steel, which I might have in here. I don't. We have one here. Perfect. Okay, and then we need to put the graphite dust in there. So we need to make sure a magnet is off, which it is. And then we'll just drop down. How about 2 stacks? We'll just do a bunch at once. So that should be in water, so no explosion should damage anything. And there we go. Hyper diamonds. All right. So that is, in fact, how you make those. Where'd I go? I went down a level. I didn't mean to do that. Awesome. So now we should be able to put these guys in here. Just kind of like draw the little circle. Boom. Philosopher Stone. Achievement again. An alchemist's best friend. Quest complete. Philosopher Stone. So apparently there's a quest for the Philosopher Stone that I don't think we've seen yet. Did that oh, that just unlocked our Project Evolution tab. Was this unlocked before? Maybe it wasn't. Okay, so now we got 2 different sections that we can do stuff with. So alchemical bag, I guess we've already completed. So let's claim this one, and then we'll claim this one. That's great. Yeah, we got lots of stuff now to do. All right, so let's right click and we get more of those nether stars. People have told me these were fake, and I did kind of notice that in the system here that the stars weren't stacking. So yeah, now we have those, but they have the same EMC value. So we can reclaim the EMC from them and more mana lenses, which we have gotten a whole lot of at this point. Okay, so that's really awesome. We can put, I think, the rest of this stuff pretty much away, including that guy. Cool, guys. I think we're going to go and wrap the episode up here. Let me just take a look real quick. Anything else? Yeah, so I'll be doing our dark matter and the alchemical chest and other things we were kind of talking about, a little bit of gem armor. Yeah, all right, so we got quests for all those things, which will allow us to do our Wyvern armor. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.